The worst Elden Ring hot takes. Let's find out about this.
It's always a great feeling when something you adore is getting the attention and love you believe it deserves.
True.
For me, that's been Elden Ring.
True.
The community around this game has been nothing short of spectacular in my experience.
I agree.
People are making art, maidenless memes that get upwards of 10,000 likes on Twitter and Reddit. The subreddit itself has over 1 million subscribers now in such a short span of time. And I just love seeing all the community creations and videos being made on YouTube across all platforms. Most of us playing and engaging with Elden Ring have been having the time of our lives.
It's a good time.
And the reason I bring that up is because... well, there's a lot of hot takes from people who are super jealous of that.
I am 100% sincere when I say, without any sarcasm, that Elden Ring can suck my dick.
Excuse me!
So you know this video is going to be good, but their opinions can't ruin something as pristine and beautiful as Elden Ring. So instead, a lot of these people just kind of flail about making incoherent rants in the vain hope that Miyazaki will add an easy mode at some point.
Oh my god.
That's right, we're gonna be looking at the
hottest Elden Ring takes in town.
So strap on your Estus flask and take a swig every time I show you something stupid. But before all that, I'm about to poison myself with a variety of different hot sauces. Now, you might be saying, Actman, that's kind of random.
This isn't Raid Shadow Legends?
The reason I'm doing it...
What the fuck is wrong with you?
For the sponsor of today's video, Bespoke.
Okay.
They offer all sorts of themed...
See, I knew it was coming.
They offer all sorts of
I knew it was coming. I was like, what the fuck?
You see, all this awesome hot sauce I got came in a friendly care package from Bespoke. Every month they bring in new packages, so you can get a grab bag of knives, couple glasses, and some whiskey, outdoor gear, houseware. You can preview the box before it's shipped out. Choose to keep it, swap it for another, or skip the month at no cost. Every box has a $70 retail value, but only costs $49.
Okay, cool. A Donkey Kong barrel! They sent me a Donkey Kong barrel! They sent me an
That's the thing you play, the Donkey Kong.
Boxes will be personalized based on your preferences and answers to the quiz. I picked up the hot sauce and coffee bundles, but there's...
I always thought that these like kind of like mystery box systems, I think they're actually pretty cool. I do. I thought about ordering them and doing them on stream, but I feel like it would be... like loot boxes, I worthless shit. Yeah, I think that they're a cool idea. I thought they were kind of scummy. Really? I don't know. I think they're cool.
So many more. So what are you waiting for? Order your own box of goodies from Bespoke. And if you use the code ACT20, I'll get you 20% off your first box. Thank you, Bespoke, for sponsoring this video. I'm glad they gave
him a good creator code.
Completely different.
Only 5 letters. That's good.
Probably the hot takes that blew up the most were what these 3 devs said about Elden Ring.
Yeah, I remember.
And these people were from Guerrilla Games, Ubisoft, and Xanax Software. The fact that Elden Ring scored a 97 Metacritic is proof that reviewers don't give a flaming poop about game user experience. My life is a lie. Nor PC graphics,
your life is a lie, true.
And performance apparently. Nor quest design really. Now what these people are really saying is, I'm jealous of From Software's success because it overshadows my own. I am insecure and questioning my career and design choices. Hey genius, maybe somebody's just better at making video games than you. Maybe there's thousands of people better at making videos than me. Let's just be happy for them. Why is it so hard? Comparison is the thief of joy. And wait, reviewers...
I think it's also like, it's worse than that. Because they're trying to rationalize why people aren't looking at them the same way. Because it's one thing if you're trying to just, you know, like, say like, I'm mad because other people are doing it better than me, right? But they're trying to like tear other people down and like figure out reasons why it's bad. I think that's what it is. It's trying to bring you down. Yeah, exactly.
Don't care about PC graphics? Have we been playing the same game?
Yeah. Nobody cares about graphics, guys.
UX also stands for user experience and, like, isn't a review about the user's experience with the game?
No!
I mean, isn't, like... Actman hurt himself in his confusion. To me, these developer tweets are like way out of left field because most devs on Twitter celebrate each other's success. Luckily, the memes that came out of this were just...
Well, I think the reason why people weren't celebrating, the reason why developers felt the need to defend themselves is because most of the people talking about why Elden Ring was so good is because it was better than their games, right? It's like, this Elden Ring is good because it's not like what you're doing. So of course they took that personally. And by the way, no, you're actually right. Players don't give a fuck about graphics, and here, let me fucking prove it to you. Give me a second. People do not give a fuck about graphics because graphics are irrelevant in a good game. It doesn't matter. Look at Vampire Survivors. Look at CSGO. Look at Minecraft. You think people care about graphics? Get the fuck out of here. Graphics are great if they're good, and if they're not good, it doesn't matter if the game is.
Pure gold. Allow me to play you a brief but powerful slideshow.
Okay. If Ubisoft... Oh no. Oh no. Are these gonna be all the memes? Yep. Oh god. It's all the memes. Oh, there it is. About foot soldiers. Oh, there's a WoW damage meter? Oh, the music! Oh my god.
Now, I want to make it clear, it's okay to dislike a video game that I like. It's okay to enjoy something that I do not.
Dog model.
This goes without saying. What I care about is if your reasons are good. Unlike this next guy who posted one of the worst Elden Ring reviews I've ever seen.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I'm returning this utter crap because this game is terrible.
I don't care what anybody says.
You can tell someone's angry when they're just like shaking the fucking game case
piece
in
of
the
shit,
video. And
yeah.
it's like, that's the video.
I was going to do a video on it. This is it. This is the video. It's going to be a quick upload.
So let's summarize this guy's very brief experience with Elden Ring and examine the reasons why he thinks it's trash.
Okay, alright.
Coming off the heels of my Elden Ring sucks video, because the game does suck. It's a terrible example of game design.
Elden Ring is bad because it doesn't follow...
Elden Ring is bad because it sucks. Well, why does it suck? Because it's bad. Duh! Like, what the fuck did you expect? Yeah, obviously. I mean, come on.
Game design principles. And no, I won't elaborate on what I think those are.
My man.
That's up to your imagination, not mine.
I got all the way through that beginning of the game. It was very bland. So I get to that guy with the mask. I accidentally attack him. He kills me.
So you arrived...
Oh my god. To be fair, I think that going to a site of grace should maybe reset if certain NPCs are hostile towards you. I think maybe that would be fair. Maybe that would be an improvement. But it's not a big deal. By the way, you accidentally attack him. Don't you have to do this like 3 times? There's absolution for that? Yeah, but people don't know that, right? It's like, it just restart. Yeah, he's already spent 6 minutes in the game, guys. He can't restart now. He's locked in. So this is what happened. I do think that, like, to a degree, and I might disagree with a lot of you guys in there, I do think that having these pitfalls in games does not do the game any favors. I actually don't think so. I really don't think so. I think that there's a very fine line between something being challenging and punishing. And I don't think that having pitfalls like this make the game better. But it is funny. It is absolutely fucking funny.
in Limgrave and immediately attacked the first non-hostile NPC. So you must have ignored the talk button at the bottom of the screen when you walked up to him.
And hit him more than once.
As well as his non-threatening pose and lack of wielding any kind of weapon.
I respawn right
To be fair, I did hit one of the NPCs accidentally once too.
in front of him. He kills me. Respawn. He kills me.
You didn't attack him on accident because he takes at least 3 hits to trigger aggro, and I tested this. He even...
Oh, man. Like, isn't that just sad?
says...
Wow.
Do you even comprehend the gravity of this choice?
Bruh, You ignored his dialogue. He's straight up like, "Are you sure you want to continue attacking me?" "Yes, you do. All right. Gonna have to teach you a lesson."
Respawn, finally get away. See this big thing, horse, minotaur looking thing, kills me in one hit. All right, I respawn right in front of the guy who kills me. I'm like, how is this?
God, I would pay so much money to watch that playthrough. Oh my God, I would watch. I would want to see that so much. Like, wow, that would be so fucking funny, man. That would be hilarious.
Fun. How is this fun?
So, you die to this guy a few more times before figuring out how to run away, and then you run straight towards the giant fuck-off golden knight on a horse. And you're surprised that he's hostile too.
I like how he's doing a recreation.
Supposed to be a lock-on system, but my guy decides to just start swinging wildly.
Tell me. Tell me you're not making this video without knowing how to lock on. I've never seen someone invalidate their own.
Well, like what he did, he probably didn't even go through the tutorial. He ran right into the game. He started attacking the first guy he saw. The guy went hostile, and he lost. That's what happened. Like 100%. That's what happened.
Opinions as a game critic so effortlessly. So we can assume that he ignored everything in the tutorial because the tutorial teaches you how to lock on. He couldn't. You couldn't even Google this. Like, no, there's supposed to be a lock-on system. Consult Dr. Google.
Press
and
the
there's
button.
Supposed to be a lock-on system, but my guy decides to just start swinging wildly. I point the camera back at him. It gives me a light lock-on, and he starts swinging wildly. I'm like, the guy moves. It's
out of control.
I'm like, how is? I don't care what anybody says. Oh, you got to do this. Oh,
press in on the right stick. Don't attack that guy. Sneak past the big horse.
Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Like, homie, you can't just ignore literally everything the game is trying to tell you and then blame the game. Like, how does a guy who has hundreds of games on his shelves not understand the concept of a non-hostile NPC?
These games are not enjoyable. Yes, I get there are people out there that like it, and this game is not a 10 out of 10. Nowhere near, even if it ends wild.
True.
Dude, just like make a new guy. Guys. You shouldn't have been more than 10 minutes in. Make a new guy and just don't attack him. But no.
I would love to watch a playthrough of some of these people. Like, for every person that says the game is bad, I want to see how they played the game. Because, as I said, I do think that, as I said, like, you know, like having pitfalls that early into the game where you can make mistakes and irreversibly fuck your character or set yourself back, I think that, yeah, that's probably not good, right? But that's the way they make these games. They make these games this way, and that's part of the appeal to them. So it's like, well, you know, it's like, yeah, I think this is not ideal, but this is the way these games are made.
He gave up right there. Like, imagine posting a review without even killing a single enemy in a Souls game or learning how to lock on. Yes, this is it. This is his review of the game.
Yeah.
This is one of the most wretched things in terms of accessibility and gameplay and just...
He must have been sitting there just like, why did that guy I stabbed start swinging back? Could you imagine inviting this guy over to play Smash Bros. And he's like, why are you attacking me? It's a fighting game. Allow me to show you the cherry on the cake, the piece de resistance, to cap off this video.
This is not a good game. It is not a 10 out of 10, not even if it wanted to. I can't wait for Gran Turismo.
And
bro, I'm so tired of this shit.
Wanted to. I can't wait for Gran Turismo.
I am so tired of this shit, bro. Where these critics rate it an 87, but the users rate it a 1.9. I am so tired of this. Like, if all of the critics are rating it an 87 and the users are rating it an 8.9, who the fuck is listening to the critics? Because obviously the critics have no impact on the way that people look at the game, because if they did, it wouldn't be a 1.9. And it's obvious that they don't understand the way people think because it's a 1.9 and they're an 8.7. How the fuck does this work? It's crazy, man. Like, I really mean this. Never listen to anybody's review of a game if it's not at least a 30-minute video. Like, if you watch a review of a game and the review video is 6 minutes, it's a shit review. It's a shit review. Like, go at, like, it's fixed now. That's good. For sure. But, like, watch the whole fucking thing. Donkey.
And next up on the Elden Ring Clown Show is a rabbit hole I can't be
that's
bothered to
because
go
of
into.
Donkey, though.
Apparently,
That's
this guy
different.
Quantum TV made an Elden Ring review that he later deleted. People saw it was filled with terrible takes and made fun of it, like you do on the internet.
Yeah.
One of these videos happened to be from a 17-year-old British guy named Mischief, and his response video triggered Quantum TV so far off the edge that he threatened to copyright strike a minor in a different country for criticizing him. This also led to a bunch of other YouTubers picking up the story, which led to Quantum him.
Thank God. Well, hey, probably by his own definitions, he created a better story than Elden Ring. How about that? That's great. Take this video down and remake it with all the stolen footage without my likeness in your thumbnail. I own the sole copyright to Quantum TV brand and all of its imagery assets. Failure to remove the stolen content will result in a takedown. I've already formally filed against you, but don't want to copyright strike you. I just want my assets removed. I don't mind criticism, just don't go stealing my videos from my channel. What a pussy. What a fucking pussy. Oh my God.
This also led to a bunch of other YouTubers picking up the story, which led to Quantum making more videos and justifying his insane...
Here we go. It's like it's not enough. You've got to get in there and let them know, bro. You've got to win. You've got to win. You've got to get in there, fight it out, man. It's like you're just making it worse and worse and worse.
Takes that you're about to see. It's like a rabbit hole we don't even want to go down. But I want to give a shout out to Mischief. His link will be in the description. Go check him out and subscribe. Pretty good content for his age, I gotta say. But it's real scary if you're a small content creator and you're just being threatened with copyright strikes. It's such like
Not Mizkif. I mean, to be fair, 17 years old. You know what I was doing for content 17 years old? We would ring people's doorbells and then run away and then record it, the reactions. And I also would go in the backyard and blow up tater tots with fireworks. Ding dong ditch, yep, there it is. And that's at 17. Well, I was doing that really more like 15 or so. But like, you know, we did the same at 17. Yeah, we did that more like 15. But it's close enough.
dick move to do, so give that guy some support, alright?
Today I'll be giving you guys a review of Elden Ring.
Okay.
Essentially, don't buy this game. The name
There
of
it
the
is.
game should not be called Elden Ring. The name of the game should be called You Die. Again and again and again.
I suppose if you never get good, then yeah, you'll keep dying.
Because that's all you're really going to spend most of your time doing. You're going to die because the game has no easy difficulty. The difficulty spikes when you get to certain...
Again, people that just don't understand the game. It's not even about get good. You understand that? Like, it's not about get good. The only boss that I think... There's a handful of bosses that I think have cheap difficulty. I think Melania... I think people think Melania is really good because it's really hard. I think the fight generally sucks. The waterfowl ability generally sucks. All of the other abilities I think are fucking great. I just don't like the fact that, like, that one ability is like the... It's like a pass-fail mechanic, and if you can't beat this, you can't beat the boss. If you can beat it, you can beat the boss. It's like, okay, right, it's kind of dumb. I don't like that. However, every other boss pretty much, like, again, I just want to go back. Where is the, where is this? Oh, let's go back just a minute.
Today I'll be giving you guys a review of Elden Ring. Essentially, don't buy this game. The name of the game should not be called Elden Ring. The name of the game should be called You Die. Again and again and again.
I suppose if you never get good, then yeah, you'll keep dying.
Because that's all you're really going to spend most of your time doing. You're going to die because the game has no easy difficulty. The difficulty spikes when you get to certain bosses. It's so unfair that you'll find yourself spending so many hours losing time away from your life. So I would say this game is for somebody who really is looking for a sandbox. They have no family, no friends, no life, and they...
What the fuck? Bro, he's about to turn up. He's going in. Oh my God. He's turning up. What is this? No family, no life. God damn.
Life. So I would say this game is for somebody who really is looking for a sandbox. They have no family, no friends, no life, and they have literally thousands of hours to grind away.
Why?
The thousands of hours. Like, I think if you want to beat Elden Ring, you've got to spend a minimum of 3,000 hours. Like, that's like, if you want to beat it as like more of a speedrun type perspective, right? Minimum of 3,000 hours into the game. The thing is, like, to me, right, is like, I played every Souls game. Elden Ring can be the easiest Souls game, like, ever. Besides maybe Dark Souls 1. It's the easiest one if you want it to be. Like, it is. It's the easiest fucking one.
This is a game made for people without families.
Yeah, you can't have a family and play Elden
orphans.
Ring.
You probably... I can't understand why this guy was getting flack.
They have no family, no friends, no life.
You are maidenless.
Where do you come up with this?
God.
Do you just
Bro,
get up?
like, how much, like, I bet if I did a GoFundMe to pay money to watch this guy play Elden Ring, I could raise over $10,000. Like, to watch him go live, like a live broadcast with his fucking camera, like, we could raise over $10,000 to watch him play this game, because I could guarantee you, boys, we would make it would be worth it. If everybody puts in $10, man, I'd pay. Yeah, who put in $10 for this?
I'm gonna be a fucking asshole today.
When you die,
that's what I
lose
think every day.
You collected. Everything.
The
that
whole
means you
thing.
start over. So leveling up is extremely hard.
You have to start at
because of the
level
nature
1.
of the game and its difficulty level, and it's not fun. There's nothing fun about this game for somebody who is new to the franchise.
And that's kind of the crux of the issue, right? This is what I try to do when I criticize a game or a series that I'm not all that familiar with. I'm much softer about my criticisms. Have an understanding.
That's how I was with Final Fantasy XIV, because I didn't understand the game. And then as I learned more about it, I was more confident in the way that I felt about it. Because, like, I don't fucking understand the way a lot of the game works, right? Because how the fuck, like, I have no idea what I'm looking at. I have no idea what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? But the more that you understand it, the more that you get, and you know what's going on. And yeah, Moon's beating the game without leveling too hard. Well, I mean, everybody you beat any game like that if you're really, really good at it, right? That's what I'm saying.
That there's fans that know more about this series than you do,
Imagine that.
make it clear you're coming from an outsider perspective, and maybe try not to flame the audience. You know, because maybe.
God, what do you guys say, Mr. Heavensward? I put 400 hours into the game. In what universe is 300 to 400 hours into the game not playing the game? I played the game 400 hours.
You want your own audience to grow, and if you're being an asshole, it might be kind of hard. Quantum, just some food for thought.
And then you look at the graphic style. It's a joke.
True.
It is literally a joke.
The what's so bad,
And
man.
you look at the graphic style. It's a joke.
Yep. There's no
It's like
anime
last
girls.
gen being
Ollie,
sold
thanks for
for
5
new
subs.
shit. Like, I don't understand, like, who they made this game for, where, like, you want low frame rates, but that for me, that's a massive deal breaker. I'm a massive motion buff, and to do something like that is unacceptable.
Complaining about the frame rate is a valid criticism.
Yes,
Should that be, like, the biggest factor in your review? Probably.
It depends on how bad it is. Let me think. What game had, like, terrible frame rate? I actually think that the worst thing about PUBG, whenever it first came out, was the performance. Like, the worst thing about, and Bloodborne. I think PUBG and Bloodborne, the worst thing about those games is the performance.
Not, but I'll give that to you.
Most of your time in the open world is spent just, like, running around kind of aimlessly, if I'm being honest. It's one of those games where, like, it's so spread out. The map is so
like
big,
nothing.
you're going to spend a lot of time running around in a very open field that doesn't necessarily have a particular purpose for being that
Where's
open.
the other truth?
You're going to spend a lot of time running around a very open field. What's that? You said it's an open world game?
That's crazy. I would have never
What's
expected.
an open world game again?
I'd like there to be a purpose to almost everything. Like, everything is interactable and things like that, but it just doesn't feel like that.
The game is very interactable. You can...
Sometimes I'll go to an area in Elden Ring and it's like, oh man, I wish there was like a new cave here, right? Like, it would be cool if they had more of that stuff, but like also, you know, it's like, this is the game. It is what it is, right? DLC is going to come. Yeah, I mean, I think it's the Coliseum, right? Is the DLC. That's what I'm kind of assuming. But, like, we'll see what's going to happen. It's impossible to make. Yeah, it's like, there's no way you can make it perfect for everybody. More of the same
just
caves,
about everything. You can blend in with the...
I would love if they just brought out... This is the same thing I said with fucking Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. If Nintendo every year did this shit like Call of Duty, and they're like, guys... Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past, 23. I'm like, thank God. Please take my money. Like, if they brought out a new one every year, I don't give a shit. Like, no innovation again. Oh, the water temple's at the top now. Great. Sounds good. I'm happy.
Scenery around you using a particular item. Certain landscapes will actually be destroyed throughout a boss fight. The game is very interactable. It sounds like you haven't played it much.
And I think without spoiling any parts of the story, which is lackluster, by the way, I think that will be as honest as anyone's going to be about this product. I don't know who they made it for.
Who did they make Elden Ring for? It couldn't possibly be the 12 million people that bought it within 3 weeks.
Again, I couldn't speak lowly enough about this game. I don't recommend it. And I think if you're smart, you'll just play something else.
If I can find something good to say about Call of Duty Ghosts and Call of Duty Vanguard, there's hope for everything. Find something good to say.
That's the review. Take it or leave it.
Okay, so that was pretty terrible.
A lot of people left
guess
it.
What?
And so did he. He deleted it.
Oh boy. Oh boy. So as you guys know, I did a review on Elden Ring.
As usual, right? Like, say some crazy ass shit. People get pissed off about it. This is why I do this all the time, right? Is like, and then the thing is, like, you're basically... Like, it's like, imagine it, it's like 2 different videos where, like, the first one is you're planting the seed, and then the second video is you're harvesting the crop. And so the first video, you know, the bad Elden Ring video, that's he's planting the seed, and now he's harvesting the crop of criticism, right? This is what it is. How are the plants? Plants are actually doing great. I checked earlier this morning. You guys, I'm not going to get the big one because it's heavy. But, like, I'll show you guys the small one. Give me a second. Let me show you guys. It's actually doing quite well. I saw it this morning. You guys ready? Look at that. Look at that. You see that, boys? Stain? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I spilled soda on my shirt. And I didn't want to change the shirt because it's like, who gives a fuck? But, like, yeah, I'm actually going to give it a little bit more water. Give me 1 second. I'm going to give it a little bit more water. I think that's about all it needs. It just needs a little bit. I gave it a lot the other day. So there we go. And we don't want to, you don't want to give it too much. Okay, I'm just watering the other one too. All right, the other one is not doing as well. The green, the blue pot one is doing very well. The green one is not doing quite as well. I don't know why. I might have to move it closer to the sun, maybe. That could be it. Is it getting sun? It is, but it might not be getting enough. No, it's doing, guys. It's doing fine. Look, I'll show you. Like, people are worried. Like, look. Like, it's doing fine. It's just not doing as well as the other one. That's all. Yeah, it's doing fine. It's just not as big. Yeah, it's doing fine. I know. Okay, I'm gonna move it down here. Okay, good. I gotta make sure that... Yeah, I might move it somewhere else so it's easier to see. Bro, it's dead. It's not dead. Like, the other day, actually, the plants were like this. Like, this is like the pot. They're like this. Because I forgot to water them. I felt, honestly, I came upstairs and I saw them. I legitimately, I was like, damn, man, like, I fucked up. And so I had to do that again.
That didn't go
I gave him
very
a lot the
well,
other day.
apparently, for some people.
Yeah, you can say that again.
So, I'm receiving some backlash now that I wanted to address
Yeah.
with some of you, because
Thank
How
God.
much you want to bet this guy is going to deflect why he's getting backlash?
a lot of you are not only being childish, but I don't think you're actually seeing this objectively.
Okay,
You see,
good.
every single Dark Souls fan watching this video right now
Yeah.
had to die 1,000,001 times to learn how to play that game. Using that experience, then laterally jumping over into Elden Ring, you're able to, again, experience that level of challenge, but it's not as hard because you've already done something similar before.
That's a fair that's a fair point. It is. That's a fair point.
Honestly, I think I'm hot shit every time a new FromSoft game comes out. And I get my ass kicked again and again. Even when Demon's Souls Remake came out.
Bro, Actman, are you kidding me? That game was so easy. Like, I swear to God, if you start telling me, like, that one of these bosses is hard, no, Demon Souls Remake, we one-shot the last boss. Get out of here.
A game I'd already beaten before. It
No.
still kicked my ass. And that's what I love about the games. They always
No.
find a way to surprise you.
But you see, somebody like me, I've never played Elden Ring. I've never played Dark Souls. I didn't even know Elden Ring was a part of the Dark Souls series. And you know what I met with
It's
when I talk
not.
about flaws with the series? The same thing I met with the TV world, where when you mention a problem with something, fans of that series just damage control it. They'll say stupid, petty, chisty, catty, childish shit. Like, oh, you've lost credibility because you spoke your mind. You gave your opinion. You now have no credibility with me.
No, I think you lose credibility when you talk about things that you don't really understand. And you try to pass it off as, like, fact, or, you know, when you say things like...
Okay, bye, bitch. I don't give a fuck. The reality is, that's my opinion, based off of playing it as a new person. They have no easy...
I think that's fair. You know, like, there's going to be people that are unhappy about this, right? And that's the way it goes. Is like, bye, bitch. No, that's it, right? It's his opinion. And there are going to be people. This is the reality. And even Miyazaki said this. He said, listen, we know that there's going to be people. I think that, I don't know if they said that in the most recent one, that there's going to be people that are turned off because there's not an easy mode and it's harder for them to play the game. That's just the way it goes. Because here's the reality. If there wasn't a legitimate fail case in Elden Ring, then the success case wouldn't matter. So there are fail cases in the game, and you are going to have people that are frustrated with it. Absolutely. Does that make sense? Roy Crantree trusted in his opinion, in my opinion, demonstrates lack of confidence to me? No, I think it's the opposite. He's confident in his opinion. He thinks everybody else is dumb. Like, I can relate to that, right? But, like, I think that, like, ultimately, whenever you talk about something like this, you have to have, like, examples and like, you know, things like, for example, like whenever I said that, like, I think it's bad that, like, Margit is such a hard first boss. Yeah, a lot of people disagreed with me, but a lot of other people agreed. Because I'm like, yeah, it's like in this game, it's like he has this abilities. And I gave like 50 examples of like why that was the case, you know, rather than like just like saying it's bad and it sucks because it's bad.
The graphics are dog shit.
Are you sure about that?
The graphics are dog shit. The graphics are dog shit. The graphics are dog shit.
The way you phrase things is important. Like so.
Yeah.
Elden Ring's graphics are complete fucking trash and I wipe my ass with them. Versus, I wasn't the biggest fan of the graphics and style. Two sentences saying the same thing, but which one do you hate more? Right? There's a difference between, like, matter of fact, like, this animation is broken, and I think the graphics are bad. I think that. You get what I'm saying? Language, people.
And the thing that really pisses me off is all these fucking
How to
fans
get
of this
on the-
game
on the
know
road.
that the graphical issues are there. They'll try to say it's okay or it's passable. It's shit. Be honest.
The stuttering problems, I played the game despite that, because the game was so good.
The fact is, like, From Software games have never had like insanely good graphics on like, and like if you zoom in on the character models with many NPCs, they're not super good. Like they're not super in depth, like massively detailed. Like the fidelity is not there. But it doesn't matter because people don't care. It's good enough.
Is it bad? Yes. Did it stop me from playing the game? No.
When you look at the gameplay itself, It's clunky. The controls are shitty for a new person just getting in. I don't know how it is for you.
Controls are shitty if you're a new person to any game. You have to learn the controls, man. It's not a fucking flight simulator. The controls are hard, bro. There's only so many buttons on the controller. Like, just learn it.
But then, even if you are a vet, you're still gonna die a bunch of times, right? You are.
That's true.
The way they made the game is so that the way the boss hits you, it takes so much of your life away. That's very frustrating.
Level up vigor.
But let me just give you a little personal insight as to how I like to game.
Enlighten me.
I come home from work, I'm trying to unwind, I'm trying to relax. I'm not trying to sit there stressed out on some fucking game, yelling at the screen, trying to hashtag
Get good.
That's fair. I think that's totally fair. That is 100% fair. He is, he just comes home from work. He's like, it's whatever. And he doesn't want to have a game that stresses him out and it's really hard. He just wants to go through and do some bullshit. That's totally fucking fine. Like, and there's some people like not the target audience. Yeah, that's not the kind of game Elden Ring is.
Because that's like this mentality that all you guys have kind of gotten submitted into. You guys literally sound like abuse victims, right? Like you're in a really shitty relationship and that's just how it is, man. You just take it on the chin, man. It's how it is.
You sound like abuse victims.
Because you like a video game.
What a kind thing to say, dude. Oh, what's that? You like a video game? You fucking abuse victim?
I wonder what that sounds like, huh, guys? Yeah. How does it sound whenever somebody that we collectively disagree with? Yeah, that's what some people say about WoW, too. People say the same exact thing. Difference in the game's not for me, and the game is shit. Yeah, I think that's what happens as well. Is it a lot of times people think that the game is bad because they just simply, they don't like the game. It's not their kind of game. It's the same thing, like, for me. Like, I'm trying to think of, like, a few games that are just, like, not for me. Like, turn-based games. I think turn-based games are super fucking boring. Like, there's a handful of exceptions, but for the most part, I think they're fucking boring. I think board games are fucking boring. I like playing games that I'm playing, like, constantly, popping off games, etc. There's some other games that I also don't like. I've never been a big fan of League of Legends. I know that League of Legends is a good game. A lot of people really like it, but it's not my thing. It's not my thing. That's all there is to it.
But your girlfriend slaps your nutsack at night while you're sleeping, just to fuck with you, because you like Elden Ring.
You shouldn't be saying that's how it is, or, we just know that that's how these games are.
Yeah.
It's not for everyone. A game that's not for everyone isn't a game that should be made, in my opinion.
A game that...
What about people that are blind? Like, it's just, what the fuck? It's just like, listen, no, here's what happens is like, this is what happens online. It is like, I get it. It's like the guy probably has like, his channel's like not huge, right? And so like then he has like now like more attention on him than ever. And there's like all these people telling him he's stupid and being rude to him. And like then he just like hunkers down with his own dumb opinion and he like doubles down on it. And then that's it, right? And he gets emotional about it. Like that's what happens to people. Like it happens all the time on the internet, and it's not a good thing. It's just like it's the way it goes. Like it's just the way it fucking goes. Very true. He's dumb. The thing is, people are dumb, but it's like people get too mad about somebody else being dumb. You know what I mean? Like, it's like the escalation, emotional escalation of it.
Is not for everyone. Is a game that shouldn't be made, in my opinion.
Call of Duty. Oh, no, those are gone. That's gone. Those aren't for kids. Halo Reach, rated M. That's gone.
True.
Fable, no, kids are playing that.
Fuck
Bioshock,
no.
that's gone. Mass Effect, sex and that. Dragon Age sucks. Tales of Vesperia, rated T, not for everyone. Modern Warfare is gone. Dragon Ball Z, there's violence in that, not made for everyone. Fighting
true.
game. Infinite Warfare, yeah, that's made for nobody. Advanced Warfare, that's made for even less people. Oh, God, getting rid of all of this. All this.
Oh, no.
All this. No more games. None of these are made for every single person on the planet. Gotta get rid of everything. Everything burns.
A game that's not for everyone isn't a game that should be made, in my opinion.
There it is. It's that simple. I'll be right back. I gotta take a piss. Yeah, just throw them all away, man. I'm back. I had to get an egg. Reese's peanut butter egg. Did you wash your hands? No, dude. Why would I wash my hands, dude? I got a clean dick. Why would I do that? I never wash my hands.
What do you mean? No single product on the planet can be made for everyone. I don't know why people use ultimatum statements like this. It's like, it always goes back to the accessibility thing. Like, maybe you just don't enjoy this thing and you should get over it. I can live with the knowledge that tampon advertisements don't target me. They don't sell me on tampons. I feel left out of the tampon industry. And that's an industry I really want to get into because I'm such a pussy. And I want every single thing on the planet to revolve around me. I think that might be one of the worst takes I've ever heard.
Games are supposed to be fun, transcend the reality that we have right now, take you to new worlds, give you new abilities. You're allowed to do things that you never ever could do in the real world without consequence, and be...
That's true, because you can swing a sword around in the real world. Yeah, I mean, it's not even a fantasy game. Because I go outside and swing a sword around, it's not even fantasy.
Accessible to anyone regardless of experience level.
Like, when people like this say every game should be made for everyone, it's like, okay, so why the fuck do we have a rating system then? Because not every game is made for everyone.
Because the reality is, if it wasn't so ridiculously hard and you had the thrill of dying a bunch of times, it's really a lackluster game with shitty graphics.
The graphics are dog shit.
Awful.
The graphics are dog shit.
Shitty graphics. Shitty graphics. Again, I'm new to the franchise. I had no idea what it is, and then...
The problem is you're new to the franchise, yet you act like your opinions are far more important than everyone else's. It's like, no, your opinions are less important. That's what we're trying to tell you.
Of course, when you go to the community as a new gamer, you would think, right, as a gamer, you'd have people being welcoming. I had maybe 5 people in the whole comment thread. Like, hey, man, you know, let's do those bosses together. I'll help you out. You know, only 5 people. The rest of them were like, oh, you're a clown. You've lost credibility. It's demeaning.
You would think people...
I think the Dark Souls community generally sucks. But it's better than it was. It's gotten better in general. No, it's true. Like, I remember whenever I first started playing, I got shit on constantly. Yeah, they're just, they're very hostile. They constantly talk shit about you. There's gatekeeping about every way that you play the game. Yes, I think that to some degree he's right with that. But at the same time, I mean, come on. Like, you've got to at least figure out... You've got to at least try to play the games and understand... like, what's good and what's bad about them. You know what I mean? Like, in my opinion, there's no game, really, that only has good stuff in it. Like, there are things that are bad about Elden Ring, like I've said before. Like, it's like, I wish this was different, I wish that was different, etc., right? But, like, I think that a lot of times people review games... because this is really what remember what I was telling you guys before about, like, all the people that gave New World a review, and you see their screenshots, and they're level 8? Oh, let's give a review for an MMO. Dude, I've been no-lifing this game. I played it for 4 hours today. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Okay, got it.
Would be welcoming.
The reason why people took my New World review seriously is because I knew everything about the game. And I played the game constantly. That's why people want to watch reviews. They want to watch reviews from people that know what the fuck they're talking about. Not from somebody who played it a little bit, couldn't even beat the game, and now you're mad about it.
I told them that if you like this game, you probably don't have any friends or family.
Yeah.
Why don't you like me? You pieces of shit, you're supposed to like me. Well, how are your people's skills so bad you don't know that, like, hey, insulting people doesn't make friends. You insult them after you become friends.
Because you're new to a game that's known, by the way, for being incredibly fucking difficult. And it's your fault, not the dev's fault for not thinking of every single player of all kinds of walks of life. They don't care.
They don't care about you. This game isn't for you. Not every game should be made for everyone. He's the type of guy that, you know those dudes when they're talking to a woman and they're like, wow, I think you're so pretty and hot, and they reject him and he's like, fuck you, bitch, you're so ugly, I hate you. It's like, this is how they deal with not being included or not being accepted by people.
It's like the girls that'll show their DMs of like, hey, hi, you're beautiful. Hey, do you want to come talk? Sorry, I have to block you because my girlfriend said so. Sorry, I unblocked you. I broke up with a bitch. Hey, hi. Fuck you, you stuck-up bitch. If I ever saw you in real life, I'd slap the shit out of you. I fucking hate you and I hope you die. Hey. Hi. Hey, do you want to talk on Discord sometime? and that's the that's the messages these girls get. Have you guys seen this? It's absolutely sad. Yeah, they're nuts.
Or a community or someone. It's that
They're
like
maniacs,
rejection of like, I didn't like you anyways. I didn't want to be a part of this community. And so they just like self-sabotage.
It's a challenge, and it has to be for players who think every game is fucking easy, and if you aren't one of those players, then you are a scumbag, you filthy casual. At the end of the day, go kill yourself, man. At the end of the day, go kill yourself, man. At the end of the day, go kill yourself, man.
This is so much.
Why am I still getting hate?
Oh, God. The thing is, like, I could see where somebody goes with that, though, right? Because, like, you think about, like, how many times somebody probably told him that, like, after his video. Probably, like, I would assume with the amount of videos that people made about it, a lot of people probably told him that, you know what I mean? And so, like, he's getting emotional and he's just throwing it back to him, right? In his mind. That's what he thinks. He's aggressive as fuck. Yeah, I know. But, like, you see what I'm saying, right? Like, that's how it happens. Like, that's how it happens. And people, they get hate on the internet and then they escalate it even more, right? And he cries. Yeah, people get upset, right? Wait, chat knows about LTG? Everybody does, right? Shouldn't get emotional? Yeah, but it's easy to say that you shouldn't get emotional, but it's harder to not do that. And man's actually like an aggressive toddler. Well, he's getting attacked by like thousands of people and he has no idea how to deal with it. It's not a surprise. Yeah, it's not a surprise.
I can see why you deleted this video. I can't understand why you posted it in the first place.
It's a mistake.
I'm not going to sit here and, like, be demeaned and talked down to because I don't enjoy a shitfest of a game that...
You're on the internet. You're on the internet, Quantum TV. People are going to not like you.
Where you're misunderstanding.
Yeah, that's about right. That's what happens. You know, people get so pissed off. Why make a video about it, planning a script, and how to go about it that way? I don't know. Like, I don't know. That's just the way that people do things, man. Like, again, whenever I'm explaining why somebody is doing something, this is not me saying that they're right for doing it. This is just me saying, well, this is why I think that they feel this way because of this situation, right? It's caused this person to feel this way because they've been put in this position. And it's like, yes, obviously nobody should say that. It's bad for saying that, etc. Right? But empathy, you know, I try to see things from other people's point of view and listen to what they're saying. With like a certain, like I try to interpret what they're saying, right? In like a terrible way, throw shit at other people. Like, yeah, and then like that's the other thing, right? It's like the escalation. It's like, oh well, you know, it's like you don't have any family if you like this game. Then somebody tells him to kill himself, and then he tells them to kill themselves. It's like, oh, it's just like it's just like I just, oh my god, like I don't even want to debate whether like who's right and who's wrong. Like, it's just so tiresome. It's so tiresome. Like I don't want to. Yeah, no one wins. It's just so obnoxious.
Is, but hopefully by explaining this to you, I can maybe kind of smooth out your aggression and your backlash. Again, nothing against you. It's not a personal attack. At the end of the day, go kill yourself, man. If you like what
it's not a personal attack.
It is childish to look at somebody and say that, you know, you're X, Y, and Z because you don't like the video game I like. It doesn't run that deep for me. At the end of the day, go kill yourself, man. It's a fucking game, and at the end of the day,
I don't know about that.
It's gonna stay on the shelf, and I stand by what I said 100%. At the end of the day, go kill yourself, man. I don't recommend it, and I think anyone who bought that game, frankly, likes a challenge. You're one of those diehard players. But for most people, it's not recommended. And that's the video.
Okay. That was terrible.
All right.
We're going to start with the good stuff. Elden Ring can be purchased at places like Amazon and really most online retailers and returned. That's a silver lining. And the best thing about this game.
He made a part 3 video.
Hold on to your butts.
Now here's what I'll say.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Why would you do a part 3, man? Like, it's like you just can't stop. The thing is, like this is one thing I've learned, is that I used to always try... Okay, so let me give you an example. So, one time, New World DMCA'd somebody's video, and everybody thought that it was because the person made an exploit guide for New World. And I made a video, and I talked about it. And it then came out that New World did not do that on purpose. It was a mistake, and they meant to DMCA the ad, and whichever boomer that reviewed the fucking video thought the ad was part of the video, right? Because ads showed up through Google AdSense, right? It overlaid onto the video, right? And so I go back, and I delete the video because it wasn't true, and it was just shitting on them for no reason. And so I delete the video and I say, well, this is not what they did. And, you know, they responded to it and this is what the problem is, right? And so everybody, whenever I made the second video, was like, wow. So what was it? How much? How much did they give you to say this? How much did they give you? And like Lie and Ted, right? And that's what it was. They got so mad. They're like, did Jeff say he was going to take you to space next time? What are they going to give you, a new item? Like, are they going to give you a mound in New World? Like, how much was it? Like, you're going to, you know, do this stuff. And like, so because I deleted a video that was misinformation, I'm getting hate because the misinformation they agreed with. And so that's what it was. And people got really mad about this. And so I made a video responding and, like, you know, explaining why I did it. And, you know, I felt like a lot of times it's like, you know, like basically my argumentation was like, how many times have you guys seen a tweet where like a tweet puts out a news story that's false, and then the tweet gets 30,000 likes, and then the correction that says that what was said initially isn't true gets like 1,000 likes. And then they leave the original story up to continue collecting ad revenue. Well, I didn't like that. And so I deleted the video because I thought that it was irresponsible to do this, right? And so I deleted the video. And then again, they were like, wow, I can't believe you're pro-censorship. You're going to censor yourself just to help Amazon, even though Amazon did this on purpose. We know it. How do you know it? Because they did it on purpose. That's why. Why would they do it if they didn't do it on purpose, right? And so they got really mad at me. And so I thought about making a second video responding to them, but then I realized that you're not going to reason a person out of a position they didn't reason themselves into. And also, there are some people, next time, don't delete the video. Well, no, next time I probably will. It depends on what it is. I didn't make the... By the way, this is not me. Like, I've already decided... That's the Destiny quote? No, it's older than probably me and Destiny, to be honest. Like, it's not my quote either. But like I don't delete misinformation. Yeah. This is what. Well, it's because people don't like Amazon, or they don't like New World, and so they're okay with misinformation about it because they think the misinformation makes something look bad that they don't like, and like that's the way it is. Don't delete the video, unlisted, and link in retraction video. No, I know how to handle. Guys, I know how to handle it. I think this is the best way to handle it. That like I think that we did delist it actually. Yeah, I think we did delist it. Yeah, we delisted the video and then we posted a retraction. That's pretty much what we did. Yeah, and so again, like, and I didn't try to like argue with people anymore about this because like and make another video about it because like everybody had already made up their mind. Yeah.
To prove that the game is terrible.
Oh, he's gonna prove it. Prove it.
But essentially, it all resorts back to the same thing. You do not need an easy mode, or any kind of easier mode, or even a normal difficulty option. You know what? Screw difficulty options altogether. The game is designed to be ultra hard, ultra challenging. That's the purpose of the game. If you give it a difficulty option, all you're doing is destroying the game, and there's no point in playing it. You know what that means, guys? That means this is a dumpster fire. Just toss it in the trash.
I don't know how many times I'm going to have to point to this video I did about difficulty options in Souls games, but I'm gonna continue doing it as long as
I haven't watched that. We should watch that one day. We're not gonna watch it today, but we should watch that maybe like tomorrow or the next day. Yeah, I think that'd be good. You did? I don't think I did.
Reiterating their
I'm
same
pretty sure I
stupid
didn't.
points. Games can be made with multiple difficulty options in mind, or only one. It's up to the developer's intent.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody talking shit about the original Super Mario Brothers. You move and jump. 2 buttons and a D-pad. It doesn't get much more accessible than that. But oh no, the original Super Mario Brothers doesn't have a difficulty option. It's so inaccessible to me. I can't play this. It's trash. Throw it in the trash.
Let's talk graphics. The game was delayed 4 years, right?
The game was delayed for 4 years?
I think it was
I'm raising an eyebrow to that one.
It got announced 4 years ago.
Actually, the game was only delayed for a month.
So that was a fucking lie.
This game doesn't really break the mold.
I thought they delayed it again. I thought they had delayed it before that. Yeah, I thought that they had delayed it even before that. Or they just didn't? Oh, so it just like it didn't happen. Okay, yeah. Only one time? Okay.
Doesn't.
It absolutely
I might have
does,
been thinking about
because
something else.
From Software has successfully taken their more linear, enclosed areas and transitioned that formula to an open world seamlessly, better than most other current open world games to date. It absolutely succeeds and excels as an open world title.
There are no cinematic cutscenes that like razzle and dazzle and break the mold, while also offering a super challenging experience.
Oh, look who it is! What the fuck?
And I do bring this next part into attention. The game has a toxic player base.
This is where they always go. They flame the player base and then get flack, and they're like, well, this is evidence that they're toxic. I just told this fan base that the only reason you like this game is because you don't have friends or family.
No.
I do think that the Dark Souls player base can be toxic. I do. I vaguely agree with this. I do, especially to new players. They constantly shit on you. It's really, really bad. Like, I am not a fan at all. That like the gatekeeping is super fucking toxic. Like, I played the game. I played all of the Dark Souls games, and I remember whenever I first started playing it, it was the most unpleasant experience I had ever had. They'll tell you where to go, and then you go to the wrong place. They get mad at you because they told you the wrong place to go, and then call you stupid for not knowing that it was the wrong place. I hate it.
No, you didn't hear that right. The game has a cult-like toxic player base. What does this mean? This means that the players of Elden Ring are likened to people who would rather drink blood from a cup than your neighbor next door. They are very weird people.
You're weird for liking this game. Maybe,
bro. Like, what I love about this guy is like he goes one, like on a scale, like 1 2 3 2 1 3 1 2 4 11. Like, immediately, bro, like, he's like, okay, yeah, so it's like kind of like a cult, and, you know, the people are toxic in the game, and so they like drinking blood. Like, you know, like, whoa, chill out.
Your experience with these people has something to do with what you've said to them.
At the end of the day, go kill yourself, man. And I stand by what I said 100%. If you Google Quantum TV right now, or you look Quantum TV up on YouTube, rather, you will see a string of attack videos because of my opinion of the review that I issued out. In addition to the fact that when approached by what they call commentary, which is essentially gamers of a certain tier level that like to illegally download people's videos, re-upload them, and smack talk over them to own their...
I cannot fucking imagine anybody that would do such a terrible, awful, despicable thing. Who could ever possibly do this? Who could ever do this?
Review talking points, they call it fair use.
Yeah, true.
That's all, folks. Bro, you
God.
can download videos off YouTube. It's not illegal.
They don't care how much of the video they're using. They completely ignore the 4 factors of fair use used and publicly broadcasted on YouTube.
I don't know how someone could research fair use so much and still not understand what it is. You can critique someone's points and reviews. It's the whole fucking point of fair use. If I don't like...
Nobody knows what fair use is because it's a legal defense. It's not something that you can just claim proactively. You have to claim fair use in court. Like, I don't understand, like... The fair use arguments are just so fucking dumb, man. It gives me a headache. It's obtuse on purpose? Yeah, how the world is going to make money if it's not?
Like a movie, I need to be able to show clips of the movie that I don't like. And if I don't like your video, I should be able to show clips of your video that I don't like. It's fair use. Simple. So this guy is like arguing copyright law in his Elden Ring review. He's become so detached from the actual game and mechanics that he's just going after people. It's like,
nobody's not even talking about the game anymore. Like, this is, like, we've transcended the game halfway through the second video. We're almost at the end of the third video now. Like, this has nothing to do with the game anymore.
They're criticizing him. How is this a review? Why don't you think about, like, what you're making before you make it?
And a lot of these smaller channels, 200 subscribers, 400 subscribers, 4,000 subscribers, that tier of lower YouTuber will steal videos. It's a known thing. It's a huge problem. YouTube doesn't do anything about it. And if you tell them not to do that, they'll just say anything is fair use.
Oh, this tier of lower YouTubers, I'm going to talk down to you because my penis is like 10 times smaller than yours, Mischief. Sorry. You seem to put a lot of importance on the validity of people's arguments based on their subscriber count. How many subs do I have again?
Over the years, I've had to learn the hard way that you can't just talk over somebody else's content, pausing and playing it, calling it fair use. That is not fair use.
You have...
Stop! It works for me. It works just fine.
Absolutely can if you add constructive feedback to the video itself. If you
Yep, it's worked just fine for me. I haven't even reacted to its video yet. Yep, I sure fucking can. It works for me. The thing is, to me, is like whenever I react to a video, it's like you can tell that it's an Asmongold react video because it's twice as long as the actual video. There's more of me talking about the video myself than me even watching it. That's all there is to it. Yeah, it's like I react to shit so much. This is all it is.
Form the work beyond what it was originally posted as. That is absolutely fair use. I've seen Asmongold react to videos of mine, and he had genuinely good feedback to my video. And
there's one. Look at the length here. Asmongold reacts to the decline of Blizzard by the Act Man. 1 hour and 28 minutes. This is as long as a movie. The decline of gaming, 1 hour. Why is Elden Ring successful? 53 minutes. This is a feature film.
Videos of mine, and he had genuinely good feedback to my video and elaborates further on the points that I make. That should be a medium that is encouraged, not censored, right?
I'm just here, like, reviewing a game once. Let me say that again. All the negative press you've seen on me is because I reviewed a game once, didn't like it, some 16-year-old kid picked it up, can't sum it up enough. The game is trash, the community is trash.
Dinkle, thanks for 10 subs, man. Appreciate it.
Ultimately speaking, the game is like literally a 0 out of a 10 to me. I could not possibly rate it. The worst score I could possibly give it. I would light it on fire on camera if I could not.
Bad frame rates, bad community, toxic dev mentality, unwelcoming to new players, no engaging story, unreasonable grinding. Boring open world. No game-changing next-gen fun. That's my favorite one. Because, like, what the fuck does this mean? Like, what the fuck does no game-changing next-gen fun mean?
Possibly rate it the worst score I could possibly give it. I would light it on fire on camera if I still had it. At the end of the day, go kill yourself, man. You guys literally sound like abuse victims, right? And I stand by what I said 100%. But at the end of the day, Elden Ring is really quite genuinely, unobjectively, and objectively a bad game. It is. It doesn't do anything new. Be creative, FromSoft. Start welcoming players. Start doing something outside of saying get
Don't
good.
listen to this guy.
Maybe
don't
then
listen to anything he says FromSoft. Ignore him.
That point
Ignore
happens.
him. He's
Enjoy
dumb. He's
all
stupid.
Oh my god. It's so dumb. Like, oh my god. Objectively, it's like, I think that it's fair for you to have like some degree of an opinion about a game, but you have to play it a bit, right? I mean, you have to like kind of, you have to like beat the game maybe, and like maybe do the content a little bit, and like, or at least like do enough of it to where like you know where you don't like it, right? Like, so like for me, for Mythic Plus, right? I don't really get good at Mythic Plus. I've done Mythic Plus for years, right? And WoW, but like I don't like it really. I don't like it. I think it's bad. And so like, yeah, I'm not like a top 1% player, but I've done many of them over the years. And it's like, yeah, you shouldn't have to be like perfect at a game to be able to say that you don't like it, but you should at least try. Yeah, you should at least fucking try.
Listen to him, blah, 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 blah.
Other players
blah, 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 blah. You're not hearing what he's saying, blah, 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 blah.
No game of the year, no real champion, just bare minimum. When real next-gen games come out, you'll be a footnote in a couple of months. Nobody will even talk about this game.
True.
Ever even mention it.
I can't wait for the next Gran Turismo to come out. Like, you know what's going to be so crazy, bro? Like, Elden Ring, who cares? Guys, FIFA 2024 is gonna come out. Yeah, it's gonna be FIFA 2024, bro. Like, and then there's gonna be the new there's gonna be a new Madden game after that. Oh my god, bro, like that's gonna be lit.
Talk about the greats of this generation. That is a fact. When the next generation cycle is said and done, don't forget it, and remember I said it on this day, because these are hard facts that nobody's gonna spit but pretty much me. So
You serious?
Yeah, so my advice is if you're reviewing a game, keep it about the game and don't just like go out of your way to flame the audience. Maybe try to come into it like, hey, I don't really know so much about these games. This is how it appears to me. These are the problems I have with it. Am I wrong? Am I missing something? Oh, I am? Okay, thanks for letting me know. I'll give it another try. Maybe just, like, be a rational human being. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, and subscribe to The Act Man for more awesome content. Alright, everyone, that's all I got for today. This is The Act Man signing out. Peace!
It's sad that the guy feels like he's been genuinely wrong. He probably thinks that. Yeah. Well, I think that he probably has been, right? Because here's probably what happened, right? Is that this guy made a video, he mauled it out over a game, and he made a video about it. And then a bunch of other people made videos about his video, calling him dog shit and making fun of him. And he wasn't ready for that. And so, yeah, he fucking flipped out. And he made another video, told all of them to kill themselves because he just can't handle it. It's not a surprise. A lot of people would react that way. People are too harsh on him? Yeah, I would say so. But he was harsh too. It's a situation where nobody wins. He was being an asshole, and then people were an asshole to him. And then now he's a bigger asshole, and now they're bigger assholes, and now everybody's an asshole, and everybody loses. Yeah, that's the way I see it. He's doing it for the views? No, I think there are some people that are just genuinely dumbasses. No, I know this might be a surprise. Not everything is an elaborate conspiracy. No, but not everybody is a 200 IQ, all publicity is good publicity wizard. No, some people are just assholes. That's all there is to it. So yeah, it's just too much, man. And yeah, and like again, I always try to see people's point of view with stuff, and you know, for the most part, I do. But again, the guy probably didn't play the fucking game. He's got no idea about the game. I think that if he live streamed himself playing the game for 5 hours, I think everybody would understand very clearly why he gave it a bad review. They would understand crystal fucking clear exactly why he gave it a bad review. It would make so much sense. He set himself up for it. He did. He did. And that's what happens on the internet. It's the paradox of like hate on the internet. Is you should expect it, and you shouldn't make content if you can't deal with hate on the internet. But at the same time, hate on the internet is bad, and you shouldn't have to expect it either. It's like this weird paradox. You know what I mean? So like it's like both things are true, even though I think that they're to some degree contradictory. We should see as good reviews. I don't know if there are any. I have no idea. And so, yeah, play again with the intelligence sword? No, whenever McConnell and I play again, I'm using Arcane and I'm using Mohg's staff. Period. That's it. That's what's going to happen. Let me link the video too. This is a video from the Act Man. We've watched a bunch of his videos before, as he linked in his own fucking video that I've watched his videos. Go ahead and give him a sub, give him a like. This video has 70,000 likes, which is an insane response rate. Look at this. It has less than 1 million views. I mean, almost 1 million views, basically. And it has 70,000 likes. Oh, like out of 10, almost 10% of people responded to that. That's incredible. What a success. And we will watch the Dark Souls easy mode video. Maybe not today, but in general. And yes, and 0 dislikes. Isn't that incredible, guys? And yeah, I will like it too, okay? Because, you know, you've got to lead by example sometimes, all right?